Hello my Owlettes, and welcome back to another video. We are working on our introduction again. This time I'm going to be putting my BBG girl in to my journal, and so I also wanted to create a pocket in the back, so I thought I would work on that as well. So let's just jump into it. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. I love beginnings of the month. I just feel like it's a new month. It's a new time to get it together. You know, because I think we all are just surviving. I don't want to use the word surviving. That sounds like but you know, just trying to make the best of everything. And I know I mentioned in my last video that it's kind of the quiet time, and because the holidays are you know, Easter is over, so now we're kind of at a calming time frame, even though mine is I've got graduations coming up, and so I'm just trying to romanticize my life and enjoy it and embrace all the little moments. I was talking to my sister, and she said, my younger sister, she said, just think this time next year, everything's going to be like a blur. And it's so true. So that's why I feel like documenting and creating a journal where you can put those memories in is so important, because life gets so busy. And I do like looking back and remembering. And when I don't have something in a journal, I can look back at my photos and I can remember, but having them in a journal, you have your words and your and all your information, and plus it's what I enjoy. So that's also a bonus. Okay, so I'm just basically taking, if you watched a video prior, if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I am a creator, crafter, journaler, creative entrepreneur. I'm all the things of living creatively, and I love to journal, and so that's what a lot of my videos are about, is getting creative within my journal. I have some crafty videos here and there as well. So, and I'm a seasonal girl, so I love the seasons. But I use this vintage, or no, it's not a vintage handkerchief, because you guys can get them on Amazon. But I love that you can buy all these handkerchiefs and use them in your journals, and you don't feel bad because it's like been around for, you know, over 50 years or whatever the case is. Because I know a lot of times I find handkerchiefs, or even family ones, and I'm like, I don't want to cut it, but these you can buy on Amazon, so I don't feel as, you know, like I'm cutting like something that's been around for years, and I'm cutting it up. But I always feel like you give it use as well. So, you know, it's not just sitting in a drawer not getting used. You're actually putting something pretty together. So anyway, with that being said, this was actually a corner that was off of, I put together a cover on my current A5 planner, and so this was part of that that cloth handkerchief. So I wanted to create a pocket for the back of my journal, and I'll show you what my thought process on that. So I wanted to just kind of go ahead and put it together, that way it has a moment to dry for a minute, and then we're going to jump in and do the introduction pages to my journal. So we did this earlier, day ago, I guess, and this was kind of like my collage page of things I want to get done this month, which is my fairy garden, and it kind of goes with my journal kits that I release on the 15th. But I need to do my introduction, which is, and I put all these stickers together because I wanted to show y'all what I did last month, and I'm going to continue doing this month because it's so much fun. But anyway, I'm here to do my introduction, which includes my BBG girls. I have these out every month. And this one is my, if you're wondering what BBG stands for, it's Big Brave Girls. Because they are the big stickers, and I usually do a bigger frame body. And so, because I have them going on to in my journal, which is, this is a composition book, an altered composition book. So I wanted it big enough to fit in here and to really make a statement that the beginning of the month is happening. So that's kind of the concept behind it. And this is a napkin that I'm taking the ply apart to add it as a background. And there's a couple things that I like about napkins. One, they're inexpensive, and they come in so many different designs. And the other thing I love about them is the texture that they add to my journal. And for some reason I thought I had used this floral rose pattern, but I kind of was looking through this journal at least, and I didn't see it, but I could have missed it, and I could have used this, but I am loving this pattern. So if you love something, don't be afraid to use it throughout your journals. I mean, I'm all for that. You got to create the journals that make you happy, make you love what you love in your journal. So I saw some, oh, this one has lettering. Okay, well, let's do it. I see that, not that that bothers me, but now that I see it, I'll probably always see it, but there's just like the name. So I don't know where I got these. I'm thinking maybe Hobby Lobby. It says the Spring Shop. And you know how Hobby Lobby has that, but it doesn't really look like a Hobby Lobby napkin, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure where I got these. Oh, I guess I could look at my packaging. What did I do with the packaging? Oh, here it is. Let's see where we got these. Oh, I did. I got them at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so they are the Spring Shop. Alrighty, so if you like them too and you have a Hobby Lobby nearby, go see if they still have them. I'm sure they do. So they always run their sales on their spring items. So I'm just going to roughly cut this. And as you can see, my calendar is on that side. But I just love how it adds some texture in there. And I can come in and like glue this back down, or probably what I'll more likely do is and actually I'm going to do that right now. This I'll come in and trim, but I'm going to put like a little sticker or some washi down the side here. And since I'm loving these, I mentioned this in my last video, these are actually from a Patreon with Courtney Diaz, and these are little paintbrush watercolor markings, and so I just love that. You know, it's kind of just, I've been using these a lot throughout my journal, and I print them on sticker paper. I'm part of her Patreon, and so this was one of her printables, and I print everything on sticker paper because I love the accessibility and easiness of basically cutting and sticking down. And I'm not a big, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I don't really do a lot of fussy cutting, like where it's right on the edges. I always leave some white edging on there just because it takes so long. Does that make sense? I don't want to say I'm lazy. I'm not lazy. I just don't want to have to keep cutting little bits and pieces. So, okay. So let's put our girl on. And this one I called the Regency Girl. I was kind of going for like a kind of like a girl with cottagecore, Regency type look. And if you've been noticing, if you order these, you notice I've kind of have a theme going on here, which is they all have their journaling supplies in their pockets. Isn't that cute? I thought so too. So, yeah, so that is that. So I can add like my hearts around. Her. And I might use a quote over here. Let's see what I got. These are from the Winnie the Pooh kit. We can put our skunk away for now, thank goodness. If you're wondering about the skunk, it's in the last video. So I love these, but I also love that I'm doing a fairy tale theme this month, and so I might use one of the, let me go. I have them right behind me because I have one set. So I'm doing in this month's kit, which releases on the 15th, is a fairy tale. So I'm going to actually put that in here since it kind of goes with the kit this month. And plus I love this. It says, advice from a fairy, remember the little things in life, believe in yourself, spread happiness, never stop dreaming, help things grow, sparkle and shine, spread your wings and fly. Don't you love that? Oh my God, I love it too. So I'm going to put that in here as my little quote for the month. And the other thing I did not do this month, which I did last month and I really liked, was I created a 2024. Because I think I mentioned before that sometimes when I'm flipping through my journals or kind of remembering things and stuff, I come across and I'm like, I know this is a year, you know, but I want to randomly, start adding like the date up here so that way I know right off the top, oh yeah, this is 2024, you know, so, and I could actually do my stamping or something like that, like, let's do that. Do I have my stamp? Oh yeah, I have. I'm looking around my desk, I'm like, is this handy? I don't want to go looking for anything. Which reminds me of another video I'm putting up. I'm going to create like a little spring basket of journaling supplies because I have this idea in my head. And if you're here in Texas, you know that if you have an idea of spending time outside, you need to do it pretty quick because we warm up quick here and it gets pretty hot and miserable. So I have this idea. Well, my husband moved cows off of, we had cows on our place and he moved them off, and so we don't have anything in the back that and so I kind of want to create like a little journaling place for myself. I don't know. I've thought about it, but I haven't followed through, so to speak. But I want to be able to take things outside with me and journal and have a place where everything is at, that I could easily just grab this little basket that I have and take it outside with me. So that's kind of in my thought process right now. Let's go ahead and add a date though. These are so perfect for this size. These were in one of the kits recently, but I'm thinking I can use like something that will show up. I was hoping to find something with maybe a little turquoise in it because of her dress. It would really kind of stand out. I think these are all kind of the same. Yeah, okay. It's okay, we can get this to work. Plus, it's time for me to like reorganize my workspace too. I've got like my messes going on here, and I feel like I'm going into a new season of spring, even though last month was kind of, I feel like it was the transition, because really and truly, if you think about it, spring didn't happen, even though our weather here is crazy because it already has been warm, springy days. But I feel like I'm now just going into that transition, you know, so I'm just going to emphasize this a little bit. Whoops. Let's see what dates we got here available. No numbers. We don't have any numbers. That's fine too. Let's just see what these are. Okay. We'll just write them in. I thought maybe I had some numbers handy. You know what? This can be where I emphasize her dress with the color marker. And then let's outline it. These markers, I use them on my artwork, and so sometimes I can ruin a pen. These micron pens, I can ruin them in one setting. So I always order quite a bit because that is what I use in my artwork. But if I get them wet, it seems like I ruin the tip on them. Sometimes I can revive them. If y'all have a suggestion, let me know. Ta-da! There we go. We got it down. I feel like I need to outline this April now. I'll just use a Crayola marker so it stands out as well. Whoops. There. Better? Yeah, much better. Okay, so yeah, I felt good about this. Okay, so let's oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys really quickly. So I'm done with the introduction, and I have my stickers so I can use them throughout. I'm kind of, you guys, getting a little obsessed with little stickers again because of, I showed you in the last video, but in case you didn't, if you missed it, I'm using stickers for daily now. And so, so I'm like looking for all my little stickers. And that's why I had that big pile of stickers, as you saw earlier here. So, so yeah, so that's getting those organized as well. But I want to go ahead and do the first, and it's just a sticker. It's not, it doesn't have any words, it doesn't have anything, but at the end it really, it may not, it just represents something that happened that day. So Monday being, let me go over here and see what I can find. Monday being a April Fool's Day, it was kind of a regular, you know, day in the neighborhood, so to speak. But I But we had a funny joke. So I'll tell you all about it. So Brazos, whenever it was, excuse me, I was sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I haven't done a April Fool's to anybody. Well, I remember Brazos has this cockroach, and it looks real, you guys. It's fake. But I put it in, so when my husband got out of the shower, I put it in the sink, because he always shaves and stuff the night before, and so I went and put it in the sink, so he got scared. And then what he did was he put it in Brazos's bed, and it scared her. And so, of course, they couldn't let it go without doing something to me. But mine happened the next day, and I always have a glass, around. And she put it on the lid of my glass and scared me. So anyway, that was kind of the big April Fool's joke around here. And I thought that was fun. So that's why I put a bug sticker on, oh, here we go, on the calendar. So I found these in my stash. These are where I had come up with little like sleeves of dates, and I was actually going to present them, have them available online. I'm thinking I probably still will, but I don't know if anybody's interested in smaller stickers. I guess I could list them and see, but aren't these perfect? I was like, oh, I love this. So I don't remember even what I used them for. Oh, I know what it was. Oh, where is that book? The Line a Day book. Oh, cringe. That's sad. I misplaced. It's got to be somewhere. Where you just write a line a day. Yeah, I wish I could find that. Uh-oh. If anybody knows me, they know I get obsessed about finding things, and then I can't let it go until I find them. And I'll spend a good part of the day or the whatever, and I have to like make myself stop because this Friday is very small, so that's why I'm going to put that orange sticker on there to kind of like, I don't want, then it's like, well, why is that orange? Is there a significant reason? I'm just going to put some orange polka dots throughout this at this point, just to kind of show that it didn't mean anything that I have an orange on. I'll put one on Sunday too. Everybody's like, why is there an orange dot? But that's the reason, is because my days of the week didn't cover that Friday up. So yeah, so anyway, that's kind of that's what I made these little stickers for. Is that journal, is that line a day journal that where is it? I'd love to do it still. It just needs to become a habit, so yeah. But I really like these for, I don't know where I have these now. For the journal, for this journal, for the calendar, they work out handy. Alright, so Tuesday was birthdays, my sister's and my niece's birthday, so I'm going to put I found these stickers, I'm going to put a little cupcake on here for birthdays. And that's all I'm doing. It's just fun. It's like something, and plus you're playing in your journal, you're putting it in front of you, and I think sometimes, if anything, that's the biggest challenge, is to put that journal in front of you, to make you work in it and play in it and have fun. That's why I say it's playtime. It's not really work, if you ask me. If I get a chance to put anything in my journal, it's playtime. Okay, so I'm going to put a background on here. This is where I'm going to add this pocket in, and I'll show you what my plan is. So this is a printable from a shop there on Etsy called Amity Bloom. Again, I mentioned her in my last video. I'll put her link below as well. I love going to Etsy to find printables because they have a lot of like pattern paper, and what I enjoy about it is I can print it out onto sticker paper. And you know I love my sticker paper to make it simple to use and stick somewhere, and I don't have to deal with the glue and making sure it sticks right, and it's a win-win. Sticker paper's a win-win. So I'm just gonna really literally, because I'm gonna cut the edges, just pop it on and fold it down, and then I'll go in and trim this out. And you can actually use these if you had a place to put them. Like, I'll show you an example. Whoops. Tips of my scissors are not very, oops, I got my string in there, are not very sharp. Straighten it out and start over here. I know this is off camera, but you get the idea. There we go. I'm cutting it off. So say for instance, example, this one doesn't really have anything on it, but let's say this one, you know, you can go and use it somewhere and add it as a border, or sometimes I just tuck it under too. Okay, so there, you got to add it a little pretty in there. Okay, so we have the back of this, and I'm going to make this into, oops, yeah, you can tell. I'm going to decorate my desk, so I added some greenery over here to like remind myself. And I'm just going to create like a little pocket over here. So I'm just going to put some fabric glue down the edging. Like this. Placing that upside down because it's getting to the end. And come in here and add this. And I'll show you what I'm going to add to my pocket. So let me move this over. I think I'll just go ahead and shut it like that. And I'm going to cut out my numbers. And I haven't done this in quite a while. But if I'm going to be taking my journal with me to the outdoors, which, fingers crossed. The other thing that's really hard for me here is the bugs. You ought to have seen the June bugs, you guys. Oh my gosh. And it's not even June, but that doesn't matter here. And we live like next door is we get a lot of rain here, so we have, like, we call them tanks. I don't know if that's what you guys call them anywhere else, but they're kind of like, I don't know if I would consider them a pond. I need to look that up. That could be in my commonplace. What's the difference between a pond, you know, we call them tanks here, where if we get a drought, they do dry up. Well, the lakes do too. I'm going to do that. That's an interesting subject to me. I have looked it up at one point, but we call them tanks, and sometimes they dig them out, but a lot of times they're used for like cattle or livestock And I don't know if this one over here, I am assuming it is a tank. I'm going to cut this in half. But we call them a tank. Anyway, but it's huge next door. Look, I'm pointing to show you where it's at. And so, but oh my gosh, you ought to hear the frogs, you guys. Oh my god, they are like so loud in the middle of the summer and early spring, but I don't know if that's what creates all these bugs to come around. But again, like I said, we do get a lot of rain. It's beautifully and green here. It's gorgeous. Everything is so pretty right now. I'm just cutting these so that I have them available to use this month. And I'm going to store them in my little pocket. But anyway, I don't know if that creates bugs, but that's the only thing is like, ooh, I'm not a bug fan. I don't know if that's dry yet all the way, but, and I love these little cottage core stickers from this last month's kit. Oh, I do have my little Easter girl in there. So I'm just going to stick these. These are stickers that, you know, and I've got this handy dandy little pretty pocket back here. So I'm going to add my girl in since I'm going to use her. We had an Easter egg hunt on Saturday, and I'm just going to add her kind of halfway in and halfway out. I'm starting to really like doing this where you cover, like if it goes on 2 days, you put like something down the crease. So it represents it going into both days. Does that make sense? And you know what, though, she's got, I forgot I got washi, so it might be a challenge, which nothing that, I let Brazos borrow my Scotch tape, so I can always add Scotch tape on there. I don't see any others around here. But anyway, yeah. So, yay, we have our introduction page. We have our calendar getting ready. I can continuously add different pretty things to this, you know, as I go throughout. You just, especially, this is what I love about creative journals like this, is say you're super busy. To me, this is like so relaxing. It's my joy to play in my journal, and you just kind of come in and you add things as you, if you don't have time, you have, you know, 5 minutes to spare, you can come in and add a sticker, you can come in and add some ephemera, just grab something over here and put it in there. Like for example, oh my gosh, hello, Eclipse. Oops. This is so weird, these vellum pages. They are tricky to keep painted down. But I'm going to put this in here because we have the eclipse coming up. Oh, it's a win-win. I'm just going to stick it over here on top so that I have it. So yeah. Alright, you guys. Thanks for watching. And this is the time of the journal life that I really start getting really attached to my journal, because it is getting filled with so many memories and goodies and things that I just want to take it everywhere and play in it all the time. When you first start, it's like you're getting used to it, and then as you make it more and more your own, I get to where I'm like, my journal must come with me. Alright, you guys, y'all have a super sparkly rest of the day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.